Hello guys, and welcome back for another episode of Indie Impressions. This is Nick speaking, and we are going to be looking at Offspring Fling today. It's a Steam and Desura game that you may have seen floating around. At first, I wasn't sure what to think about this game. I wasn't getting huge, good vibes from it, but actually once I played it, it's a lot better than I expected it to be. So I thought I would pass on that glowing reception onto you guys. And we're just going to kind of mess around with this game for a few minutes and see what you might pull from that. So, basic premise is very simple. You're this little fuzzy guy, kind of looks like a Pikachu here. Sort of Pikachu rabbit. And you want to go save your babies and bring them to the goal. Sort of like a Lemmings or Krusty's Funhouse type of deal, if you remember that from back in the day. And that's exactly what this game plays like, is a game from back in the day. I don't know if you guys know this, but I do a segment on indiegamebundles.com called 10 Indie Minutes, and this is one of the games I actually looked at on that segment. And they also do reviews over there, as well as cover news about all the indie games bundles that are out. And there's in the review, the reviewer mentioned that basically this is like a lost SNES classic that we never knew about, and just like uncovered it from a vault or something. And I really resonate to that sentiment. That actually is a really good way to describe this game. It's got really nice, beautiful storybook style art. You know, it's simple, but it's not overly simple. It's like just enough that it comes across as classy. And since everything's really responsive, the animations are there, everything feels good as far as gameplay goes, like it's pretty spot on for that. The other thing is the music is outstanding, and from what I've heard it just keeps getting better as you go on. But just between like the title screen and the first couple of chapters, love it. No complaints whatsoever. But yeah, I kind of brushed over some of the gameplay mechanics here. We're not getting too far ahead of ourselves yet, but essentially it just starts you out very simply, get your babies to the goal, and then it adds more and more to that as we go on. So you've got these guys here, which were, you know, basically not really hidden or anything, but if you try to walk through you don't fit with them on your head. And then we've got a button. The button is going to stop us from throwing the baby all the way over to the other side there, but it's also going to enable us to cross this gap. If I could stop pressing the button for 5 seconds. And you know, we can just toss our babies right into the goal there. Those level gates, they actually look a little bit like the Blaster Master area changer areas. So this one, we just need to toss these guys in here, flip this, oops, grab them again, toss them there. And this meta goal, aside from just finishing the levels, is to accumulate the fastest time possible for a gold flower, hopefully. So like this one I could probably do a little bit better. I'm sure I could go back and check that out later. So this one, you're too heavy when you're carrying them, so you actually have to go up and toggle that button right away. And then you can toss it across, and we're just going to sort of work our way up here. Now, in addition to having over 100 levels, there's also all kinds of unlockables and secrets, which I haven't found any of yet, but I'm still working on it. There's also a level editor and level hub, which, you know, if you follow my channel, it's kind of a big deal, at least with me. There's all kinds of stuff that we can get into after the however many hundreds of levels are exhausted to keep the game fresh. So we're gonna actually jump back out to the level select screen, see if we can move forward a little bit to something different. Let's go to a level I haven't beaten yet. So when we get to the second chapter, then we've got a thematic change in the color scheme and music. Definitely does a nice job of breaking up what's going on. So as we can tell, we've got some dotted line blocks. Anyone familiar with Mario World knows how those work, as I mentioned and showed you already in the previous level. let's toggle those into existence. Well, that's not going to work, is it? Because we need to get in there to get that baby out. So, what can we do? Well, we can drop it, as it's telling us to do up above with down and C. No, that's not going to help me in any way. How can I get in there when it's up like that? Oh, I get it. I should have listened to the name of the level. Hold the door. I think I know what happens when you leave a baby in the way of blocks, which is why they gave us one that's out in the open here for us to grab. Oh, and of course we want to avoid that toxic sludge if possible. So let's leave it right here. Yep, that's what I thought. The blocks are kind enough to not want to harm my babies. Oh. That's a problem. I guess I needed to go out before I did that, so we've got another retry situation here. R is for retry. And as the game gets going even further, there are enemies and all sorts of other challenges to overcome. It's certainly not a one-trick pony, there's a lot to it. And since there's so many levels, there's a lot of opportunities to sort of flex the developers' puzzle muscles. It's the word of the day, puzzle muscles. Or hyphenated double word or something. Oh yeah! Kool-Aid Man is happy. Pick up. So now I've learned my lesson, I will pay attention to the titles of the levels. Not sure I get what the huge challenge is here. This seems fairly straightforward, unless I'm not thinking yet. I mean, you don't have to bring them all in at the same time. But I guess I could. Yeah, okay. Well, that wasn't really a challenge, that was just sort of a level. Hold it down. Alright, I think I understand this one. We're still early in the game. I mean, since I mentioned there's like 100 levels or more, the way that this is going to increase in difficulty, it's going to be a little bit slow to start. So don't think that it's weak or anything because the puzzles haven't gotten hard yet. Plus, it's probably better for me, considering if you've watched some of my previous videos, you'll know I'm not the best at puzzle games. Alright, so what's going to happen here is these are going to switch places when I hit this button. And we'll just need to reverse toggle it, right? Since I'm standing on this, that shouldn't be an issue. Yeah, that wasn't even anything. Alright, so yeah, we just needed to throw it through there. Wow, gold is 5 seconds? That's really quite fast. More buttons. There's a lot of button action on this one. Alright, well there's a platform there, that means that I'm going to need to throw it from that point. Oh, and if you haven't noticed, you can only throw a baby from the same sprite tile as your main character is at. You can't throw it above your head or anything. And that's going to toggle the oh, okay, that toggled a different set of blocks that I didn't expect. This one is going to hopefully toggle the middle blocks. Okay, it's going to toggle a lot of stuff. Ah! Those buttons are very eager to turn on and off. Can I just jump up through the middle here? Yeah, I totally can. No! Do it right. Maybe the base of that button actually counts as something. Alright, let's do it the long way then. Yeah, 1 minute and 2 seconds. Great job. Through fast. Okay, well clearly I can't bring them anywhere because I have to do this all on my own. Am I supposed to, like, throw it and then jump somewhere? I don't understand. Hit that, it switches. Oh, I think it just wanted me to throw both of them at the same time. Let's retry that, just because that was kind of silly of me. Do it again. The button. And I'm curious to know how crazy hard some of the user-made levels are going to be for this. There we go. So yeah, just beating the levels is one thing, but then getting the master times on them is a whole different thing. Alright, so that's going to lock them in, and then I assume when I get to the other side, that's going to open up all the red blocks somehow. And then I'll be able to pull them out from the back. Yes. Alright, kind of telegraphed that one a little bit. Played a couple of games. Sort of get the patterns for some things, I guess. No, I can't jump high enough. Damn it. Alright, well, I'll bring two of them back. Go and grab the last one. Sorry, bro. Crossing pond. Hopefully that wasn't a whole challenge, was it? I think it was. That wasn't that bad. I guess just executing that quickly might be... Oh, right. Gotta bring it back this way, grab it again, and jump our way to victory. Oh boy, we've reached the third thematic switch out of I don't know how many. I'm gonna guess quite a few, though. Anyway, I think you get the idea of how the gameplay works in this fairly sufficiently, and it will just keep getting harder and harder as we go. Although some of those levels were, you know, easier than I would have expected. And these are how it breaks up by chapter. Oh wow, I've unlocked a bunch more levels than you could see previous to that. So if I get 24 star or 24 flowers, that's going to open up the next set all the way up to there, and then 25 will get the last two. And 29 and 34 gets you all of those, 38, 39, and 43 and 44, and we'll finish that out. And that puts us at level 50, so that would be half of the levels on offer before we get into the user-made stuff. So let's go to the garden real quick, and I'll show you. This is going to fill up as we proceed through the game with more and more flowers and babies. Not sure what to do with them. I think this is largely just cosmetic here for now, but that's fine. And if we go back, yeah, you can see the stats breakdown, 20 and 2. I like the menu music too, very nice. And the sense of depth from the background on this is very pretty too. So there's the level editor, which opens in the browser, and then you can check out all kinds of other people's stuff. And there's also, I don't think I mentioned there's options for ghosts, so when you beat a level, it'll actually save your replay, and then sort of like in Super Meat Boy, except in real time, you can actually have the like version of yourself from the last playthrough show up if you turn the replay opacity up, which I had it down to nothing because I didn't really want to see my previous runs right then. But you can go from completely like transparent all the way up to a fully opaque character to watch, and you can try and mirror your motions or, you know, improve upon them or whatever you need to do. And I've heard there's collectibles. I assume those will probably show up somewhere around here if I get them. Clicking this just shows you the story of how a dinosaur came out of the forest and scared, or took away all the babies and scared you, kind of bitch slapped you to the ground, which is kind of mean. But, you know, you're tough, you're a little fuzzy ball of yellow fur, and you can go get all your babies back and, well, bitch slap that dinosaur at the end or something. So I think this is a fairly comprehensive look at Offspring Fling, a game that I wasn't expecting to like as much as I did, and I feel like you probably would feel the same way if you grabbed it. So I recommend you check into it if you're into this sort of a platform puzzle-y type of game. But anyway, make sure you head over to facebook.com/indieimpressions, stay up on what's new with the channel. Every day I upload our movie for the day over there, so you can go and comment on it, have discussions, give me likes and stuff. That's always fun. And that will do it. So thanks for watching, and I will see you tomorrow with another episode. Later.